Hello friends, welcome to another video. In today's video, we will talk about Forex, commodities, indices and cryptos markets. And I will try to analyze the markets on the daily and the 4-hour time frame. So accordingly, we will talk about the potential trading setups on the daily and the 4-hour chart. So without wasting any time, let's get started. First of all, we are going to start with the AUDUSD and we are going to start with the daily time frame. So starting from here, we can see it's low, lower, high, low, low, lower, high, lower, low, higher, high because the price broke and closed above the previous resistance. Then we made a higher low, which is higher as compared to the previous low. So we made a higher high, higher low, and there is a change in the direction because the price was going lower, making lower lows and lower highs, and now the price has started making higher highs and higher lows. So after making this higher high and the high low, we are expecting another higher high. Right now the price broke and closed above the previous resistance as well. So right now the price is retracing, and as we can see, this was the resistance turned support because the price broke and closed above. So when the price was retracing lower, this zone acted as a support. So now as we can see, there was a little bit bounce on the daily, which we could have caught on the low time frames at H4 and H1. And after this one, the next support zone was here. As you can see, this was another zone while the price was like retracing lower. So again, there was a little bounce. Anyway, the price is retracing lower, and from here we can see this one is going to be this one is going to be the zone where the price can retrace back to, and we can expect another bounce or maybe complete turnaround of this pullback, and the price might start moving in the direction of the main trend, which is upward. So we will expect the price to retrace to this zone, and once the price hit this zone, we can expect some kind of bounce. So accordingly, we can go to lower time frames at H4 and H1, look for some kind of a bullish price actions in order to go long in this zone. So that's going to be the possibility on the daily. Now let's check what's happening on the 4-hour chart. Now on the 4-hour chart, as we can see, the price is moving lower, making lower lows and lower highs. Starting from here, we have the low, lower high, lower low. These two are the same, so we can consider this one lower low, lower high. And right now the price broke and closed below the previous low or the support, and as you can see, this zone has been retested a couple of times. So and this zone is going to be a strong resistance zone now, and now the price is approaching this zone. So once the price hit this zone, we can expect some kind of rejections to the downside. So accordingly, once the price hit this zone, we can go to lower time frames H1 and minute 15, look for some kind of bearish price action in order to go short in this market. And as we can see, these two lines, as you can see, this is going to be a daily support zone. So once the price hit this zone, we can again expect some kind of bounce to the upside. So if the price hit this zone here, we can expect some kind of bullish momentum here. So accordingly, on the low time frame that's in minute 15, we can also look for some kind of bullish momentum here to go long. But we have to keep our target profit according to the market structure to the time frame where we are taking the trades. So next, let's talk about New Zealand USD on the daily. So we are going to start with the daily. Starting from here, we have the low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then the price broke and closed above the previous resistance, made a higher high, higher low because the price broke because the price closed above the previous low. So it's a higher low, and then again the price closed above the previous high. So we made a high high, and now the price is retracing back lower. This was going to be a zone, as you can see, has been retested a couple of times. So this was a strong support zone to the price, to the falling price. And as we can see, already there is some kind of bounce that you can see with this blue candle. So this was the zone where we could look for some kind of bullish price actions to go long on the low time frames. Now this is the zone. Now if the price again like come back to this zone and give us some like a good bullish momentum, then again we can go long here. So this is going to be the zone on the daily time frame which we can look in order to go long here. So now let's check what's happening on the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, the market is moving lower, making lower lows and lower highs. We have low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and here the price hit this daily support zone. So now we have a lower high. So again, if the price hit this zone, this 2-line zone here, which is going to be daily support zone. So if the price hit this zone, we can look for some kind of bullish momentum, which can be in terms of bullish engulfing candle, that can be in terms of double bottom, that can be in terms of morning star candlestick pattern. So accordingly, we can take long, and our initial target profit can be this resistance if the price starts pulling lower from here, and the next target can be this one. As we can see, this is also going to be a resistance zone. So these two can be the target if we find some kind of bullish momentum in this daily zone. So that's going to be the possibility on the New Zealand USD. Next, let's talk about EURUSD. EURUSD. So starting from here, we can say low, lower, high, low, low, lower, high, low, low, lower, high, lower, low, and then the price retested the recent broken zone, or it got rejected from the zone. Right now the price is here. So on the daily, we will look for any possible trading opportunity because the price is moving lower, making lower lows and lower highs. So we will wait for the break and close below the previous low, which is here. So if the price gives a break and close here below this low, then definitely the price is going to hit this 2-line zone, which is going to be a daily support zone. So in that scenario, the one opportunity can be, once the price hit this zone, this daily zone, we can go to lower time frames. We can expect some kind of bounce and look for some kind of bullish momentum on the lower time frames, H4, H1 or minute 50. So that's going to be the possibility here, although that will be a counter trend trade because the price is moving lower, making lower lows and lower highs, and we are looking for some long trades here. But we will keep our target profit very small, considering the counter trend trade. The another possibility is because we will break and close below the previous low. So in that scenario, we can expect some kind of pullback into the recent broken zone, and if the price pull back to the recent broken zone, then we can look for some kind of bearish momentum here. So accordingly, we can go to lower time frames. It's like once the price is this zone, we can go to lower time frames at where to look for some kind of bearish momentum to go short here. These are going to be the possibilities that we can focus on EURUSD on the daily chart. So let's check what's happening on the 4-hour chart. On the 4 hours, starting from here, as we can see, the price broke and closed below the previous low. Then we made a lower high, and right now the price broke and closed below the previous low. So right now the price is between this high and this low, suppose anywhere here. So if we talk about the possible trading opportunity, then we will wait for a break and close below the previous low. Once that happens, we can wait for some kind of pullback into the recent broken zone and then look for some kind of bearish momentum to go short. Also, we can wait for the price to hit this zone here. As you can see, this is going to be a daily support zone. So once the price hit this support zone on the daily, we can expect some kind of bounce. So accordingly, on the lower time frames, H4 and H1, we can look for some bullish momentum to go long here as well. So these are going to be the possibility that we can focus on EURUSD on the 4 hour as well. Now let's talk about GBPUSD. GBPUSD, starting from here, we have the low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high. Same low, lower, high, lower, low, and the price almost retest the previous resistance or the lower high of this downtrend, and right now they're getting rejected from that zone, and right now the price is here. So if we talk about the possible trading opportunity on the GBPUSD on the daily time frame, then because the price is moving in a downtrend, making lower lows and lower highs, so in that scenario we will wait for the price to break and close below the previous low, and once that happens, then we are going to wait for a pullback into the recent broken zone, and once the price hit the recent broken zone, we can go to lower time frames to look for some kind of bearish momentum. This is going to be the possibility that we can focus on the daily time frame. And if you trade the 4-hour chart, then let's talk about what's happening on the 4-hour chart as well. On the 4-hour chart, starting from here, suppose we say low, lower high, lower low, kind of same high, lower low, lower high, and right now the price broken close below the previous low. Now in this scenario, because the price broken close below the previous low, so we are going to wait for a pullback into the recent broken zone. And as we can see, this is going to be a zone which has been retested a couple of times, so it's going to be a strong resistance zone. Now once the price hits this zone, we can go to our time frames H1 and minute 15, look for some kind of bearish momentum to go short here. We can keep our initial target profit here, and accordingly we can extend our target depending upon the market structure at the time. So this is going to be the possibilities on the 4-hour chart. Next, let's talk about USD Cad. USD Cad, we are going to start with the daily time frame. Starting from here, we will say it's a high, low, high, 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 low, and these two highs are the same, so it's a high, and then the price broken close below this low and this low both. So when the price broken close below these two lows, we were expecting a pullback, and in the pullback, the price pulled back to this zone, and as we can see, these two red candles, so there was a rejection from this zone as well. But the price is still going higher, and so this is going to be the next zone, which can be this can be our next zone where we can look for some kind of rejections of the bearish momentum in order to catch a trading opportunity on the lower time frames H4 and H1. Now as you can see, this is going to be a zone which has been retested a couple of times here, 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 here. So it is going to be a strong resistance zone to look for any kind of a shooting opportunity. So we are waiting for the price to retrace back to this zone. Once that happens, we are going to go to lower time frames H4 and H1, look for some kind of bearish momentum to go short. This can be our initial target profit, because this is going to be the previous low, and accordingly we can extend our target depending upon the market structure in the real time. And there's going to be the possibility on the daily. Now on the 4-hour, as we can see, recently the price is making kind of it's a high low, high high, high low, high high, high low, high high. So if the price, like as we can see, this is going to be a zone. So if the price pull back to this zone and give us some kind of bullish momentum, definitely we can look for some kind of long trade here. But we should keep in our mind that the price action on the daily is bearish, and this is going to be a daily resistance zone. So if the price approaches this zone, we are going to look for bearish price actions there. So this is going to be the possibility on the USDCAD. Now on the USDJPY. USDJPY, starting from here, we made a high low and high high. So right now on the daily, we are waiting for a pullback to the recent broken zone. Once that happens, we are going to go to lower time frames H4, H1, minute 15, look for some kind of bullish price action to go long. This is going to be the possibility on the daily that we can wait for. And if we check the price action on the 4-hour, then we can see this is going to be a zone. Now as we can see, the price bounce from this zone every time. So if we get a break and close below this zone, then definitely we can wait for a pullback into the recent broken zone. And as we can see, this is going to be a zone which has been retested a couple of times. So it was a strong support zone. It is a strong support zone. So in that scenario, this is going to act as a very strong resistance zone. So in that scenario, if the price hit this zone, we are going to go to lower time frames H1, minute 15, look for some kind of bearish price action to go short, and we can keep our initial target profit as the previous low of that trend. So these are the possibility on the USDJPY. Next, let's talk about natural gas. Natural gas, starting from here, we have the high low, high high, high low, high high, high low, then we have the high high, and then we made a higher low. The price broken close, the price closed above the previous low. So now as you can see, the price is between this high and this low. So as we are making higher highs and higher lows, so we are bullish, so we will look for long trades. So but now in order to look for trades on the daily, if the price can give me a break and close above this or the previous high, then I'm going to wait for a pullback into the recent broken zone, and then accordingly we can look for some long trades in the lower time frame. That's going to be the one possibility. Another possibility can be if the price give us a break and close below the previous low or the higher low of this uptrend. In that scenario, I'm going to wait for a pullback into the recent broken zone and accordingly look for some kind of bearish price sections on the lower time frames to go short. These are going to be the two possibilities I will look for on the daily time frames. Now let's check what's happening on the 4-hour time frame. Now 4-hour time frame, as we can see, starting from here, we have the low, lower high or the same high, kind of double top. Then the price made low, and then the price retested this zone, so, or you can say the recent broken zone, because the price broke and closed below the neckline of this double top. So the price retested that neckline of the double top and getting rejected from this zone now. So we can see the price making lower low and lower high at the moment. So in terms of looking for a trading opportunity, I will wait. Now as we can see, the price got rejected from this one already. So if we suppose if we make a break and close above this high, then we can see this is going to be a zone which has been retested multiple times in the past. So in that scenario, we will make a high and low, and here, because we are breaking the higher high and made a higher high, so that can be like a continuation of this uptrend. So in that scenario, we can wait for a pullback into this strong support zone and then look for some kind of bullish price actions on the low time frames to go long here. That's going to be a possibility. That's going to be a possibility. Otherwise, another possibility can be if the price gives us a break and close below the previous low. In that scenario, also, as you can see, there's going to be a zone which has been retested a couple of times in the past as well. In that scenario as well, we can look for some kind of bearish price action on the lower time frames to go short here as well. So these are the possibilities that we can focus on the natural gas. Next we have US oil. US oil, starting from here, we have the high low, high low, and then the price broke and closed above this high, this high, this high, this high. So in this situation, we are waiting for a pullback into this recent broken zone, and once that happens, we can now we can see this is going to be a strong zone because it has been retested multiple times in the past. So we are waiting for the price to pull back to this zone. Once that happens, we can look for some kind of bullish price sections on the lower time frames to go long here. That's going to be a possibility on the daily that we can wait for. That's going to be one. Another possibility can be if the price doesn't go lower and give us a break and close above the previous high. Then in that scenario, we can also wait for the price to pull back to the recent broken zone. Accordingly, we can look for bullish price actions on the lower time frames to go long here as well. These are going to be two possibilities that we can focus on. Now on the 4-hour chart, let's check what's happening. Starting from here, we can say it's low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And right now the price is between this high and this low, but we are making lower lows and lower highs. So we are going to look for bearish price sections and the short trade in this market. So in order to look for short trades, we are going to wait for the break and close below the previous low. And once that happens, and as we can see, this is a low, this is a zone which has been retested a couple of times. It's going to be a strong zone. So if the price gives us a break and close below this zone, we are going to wait for a pullback into this broken zone. Accordingly, look for short trades on the lower time frames at 1 minute 15 to go short here. And we have to keep in our mind these two line zone is the daily support zone. So in any circumstance, if the price is this zone, we are going to expect some kind of bounce. So we can look for some kind of bullish price action in this zone and look for long trades on the lower time frame as well. So these are going to be the possibility on the US oil. Next, let's talk about silver. Silver, starting from here, we have the low, lower, high, low, 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 high, low, low, lower, high, lower, low, and then the price retested the previous resistance or the lower high of this downtrend, getting rejected, and right now the price found some support in this zone as well and started moving upwards. Anyways, the price is making low lows and lower highs, so still we are bearish on the daily. And in terms of trading opportunity, the trading opportunities can be if the price give us a break and close below the previous low, then we can wait for a pullback into the recent broken zone to go short. That's going to be the one possibility. Another possibility, as we know, this is going to be a daily zone here. Yeah, it has been retested a couple of times. So this is going to be a daily zone. So if the price in this zone, we are expecting some kind of bounce, so accordingly we can catch that bounce on the lower time frames H4 and H1 to go low. That's going to be the possibility. And another possibility can be if the price doesn't go lower, and as we can see these two daily candles, bullish daily candle, the price can give us a break and close above this strong resistance zone. In that scenario, we are going to wait for a pullback into the recent broken zone, and then we can look for some long trades on the lower time frame H4, H1, minute 15 to go long. These are going to be the possibility that we can focus on the daily. Now let's check what's happening on the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame, as we can see, starting from here, we have kind of it's a low, lower high, lower low, and right now the price is almost very close to this previous resistance. But as we can see, the price on the way to the upside made some support and the resistance already. So although we are in this resistance zone, but I'm not, and as we can see this bullish candle, so I'm not very interested in looking for short trades. The reason being these bullish candles, and at the same time we have these support zones created on the way to the upside. So but if the price just give us a break and close above this high, then we can wait for a pullback into this recent broken zone. As we can see, this is going to be a zone which has been retested multiple times. So in that scenario, we can look for some long trade, but we have to keep in our mind that this is going to be a daily resistance zone. So we should close our trades on the 4-hour chart before this one, or we should take a partial profit and let the rest of the trade run. That's going to be the possibility that we can focus on. Next, let's talk about the gold. On the gold, starting from here, we have low high, lower low, lower high, and here we made a kind of higher low. So as I mentioned in the last week videos, as we made a higher low, so I'm not interested in short trades in this zone, because this can be a higher low and then we can make a higher high as well. So that can be beginning of this new uptrend here. So anyway, so what I'm going to expect in this market now, although we were making lower lows and lower highs, but right now because we made a higher low kind of, so I'll wait for the break and close above this zone and then wait further for the price to pull back into this zone and then look for some kind of bullish price sections on the lower time frames to go long. That's going to be the possibility that I'm going to focus on the daily, on the 4-hour charts. Let's check what's happening. Starting from here, we have the low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and right now the price broken close above all these resistances. Anyways, these two resistances are pretty close to look for any long trades, but if the price pull back to this zone, although we can see this is going to be a zone which has been retested multiple times in the past. So if the price pull back to this zone, I'm going to go to lower time frames H1 minute 15, look for some kind of bullish price sections to go long. Our initial target profit can be the previous high. Depending upon, we can extend our targets depending upon the market structure. So that's going to be the possibility on the gold. Let's talk about S&P 500 next. S&P 500, starting from here, we have high low, high, 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 low, high low, and then we have the higher high, and then the price broke and closed below the previous low, making a lower low. Then the price broke and closed above the previous high, showed us that the uptrend is still intact. Anyways, the price made a higher high, so we are now on the daily waiting for a pullback to go long, and this is going to be the recent broken zone. If the price can pull back to this recent broken zone, accordingly we are going to go to lower time frames actually to look for some bullish price actions to go long. This is going to be the possibility that we can focus on the daily. Now if we check what's happening on the 4-hour chart, like 4-hour, although we are making higher highs and higher low, but let's check on the H1 because the trade is not very clear here at the moment. So if we check what's happening on the 1-hour time frame, let's see, the price is making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and right now the price broke and closed above the previous high. So as you can see already, there is some rejections in the zone. So in this zone, if we find some kind of bullish price actions on the 15 or 5 minutes time frame, then we can look to go long, keep our initial target as the previous high. Depending upon the market structure, we can extend our target. Now let's talk about US30. On US30 on the daily time frame, starting from here, we have the high low, higher high, higher low, and right now the price broken close above the previous high. So we are going to wait for a pullback into the recent broken zone to go long, and once the price hit this zone, we can go to lower time frames H4, H1, and find some bullish price actions to go long. It's going to be the possibility that we can focus on the US30 on the daily time frames. Let's check what's happening on the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, starting from here, we have high low, high high, high low, high high, high low, and right now the price broken close over the previous high. So if the price pull back to this zone and give us some bullish price sections on the lower time frame H1 minute 15, we can go long, keeping our initial target as the previous high. So these are going to be the possibility that we can focus on the US30 as well. Now let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, starting with the daily. Starting with the daily from here, we have the high low, high high, higher low, high high, higher low, high high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And right now the price broke and close above this high, this high, this high, and this high as well. So the price pulled back and found this one as a support. Already we found some rejections here in this zone. Now the next support can be this one. After this one, the next support is going to be this one. So now we are going to wait for the price to retest this zone, and once the price retests this zone, we are going to look for some kind of bullish price actions on the low time frame at 1 minute 15 to go long here. So that's going to be the trading opportunity that we can focus on the daily. Now let's check what's happening on the 4-hour time frame. It's quite messy and kind of consolidating on the 4-hour time frame, but as you can see, recently we made a high low and we made a high, price broken close above this high, and right now the price is still above the previous low. So we can look for two possibilities here. If the price gives us a break and close above the previous high, we can wait for a pullback into the recent broken zone. Also we can see that this zone has been retested a couple of times in the past, so this is going to be a strong support zone. So once the price hits this zone, we can go to lower time frames to look for some bullish price actions to go long. It's going to be a possibility, right? Another possibility can be if the price gives us a break and close below this zone. As you can see, this is going to be a zone which has been retested a couple of times. If we find break and close below this one, it's better if we have a close below this one as well. So in that scenario, we can wait for a pullback into the recent broken zone to go short. So that's going to be the possibility on the Bitcoin. Now let's talk about Ethereum. On the Ethereum, starting from, so as you can see, the price is making high low, high high, high low, high high, high low, high high, high low, high high, and right now the price is pulling back lower. Now this was going to be the initial recent broken zone where we were expecting some kind of like a bounce, which we could have caught on the lower time frames H4 and H1. And right now, this can be, now I will say that this one is going to be the zone where we can wait for the price to retest. Now, as you can see, this is going to be an uptrend, and this is going to be the higher low of this uptrend. If we find some kind of you can say this is going to be the zone where we are going to expect some kind of a bullish price actions to go long, and if the price give us a break and close below this one, then we can expect, or we might find some bearish price actions. I mean, if the price give us a break and close below this low, we might find some bearish price actions in this market to go short as well. So we are going to wait for the price to pull back to this low. Accordingly, go to low time frames as well to look for some kind of bullish price action to go long. It's going to be the possibility on the Ethereum on the daily. On the 4-hour chart, let's talk about, starting from here, we have the high low, high low. It's a high, and right now the price in this zone. So we find rejections here. As we can see, the price already showed some rejections here. Now after this is going to be another zone. As you can see, this is the zone. This acted as a resistance in the past couple of times. So this might act as a support now. So on the low time frame, H1 minute 15, if we find some kind of bullish price action, we can go long. Otherwise, this is going to be a zone as well, which I marked with the 2 lines, which is going to be a daily support zone. If you do not find any support here, these 2 lines zone, which is a daily zone, is going to be the zone where we are going to wait for the price to pull back to. Accordingly, we are going to look for some kind of bullish price actions on the low time frames H1 unit 15 to go long. We can keep our initial target as this one because this is going to be a resistance zone. Accordingly, we can extend our time depending upon the market behavior at that time. So that's it, guys. This was the analysis on the Forex, commodities, indices, and cryptos market, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you're interested in more trading setups like this on the daily, 4-hour, and the 1-hour time frame, then I will recommend you to join my Telegram channel. The link of the channel has been given in the description box of this video. So this is going to be a channel where I regularly share the trading setups on the daily, 4-hour, and the 1-hour time frames, and other useful content. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video. See you in another video.